Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have been drawn to this reading, I'll be taking a look at the August energies. So for the next upcoming month, what's coming in for you. I'll be doing a specific section for singles, and then I'll, of course, be focusing on those of you who are in separation, going through some challenges, and see what comes up through that portion of the reading. This is a general reading as always, so only take the parts of it that resonate for you and release the rest. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Taurus singles, let's get started here, guys, and see what it is that you need to know. Let's take a look at these cards and see who's coming towards you. It could also represent people that are already in your life, but maybe you're not romantically linked to them at this point in time. For maybe a small fraction of singles coming through, you might still be thinking of a next partner to see if you guys can find your way back to each other. So we'll see, Just taking a look at the overall energy for August for singles. All right, here we go. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for singles. We have the Believer coming through. A history of past heartbreak has taught them major life lessons about love, not giving up on finding love again, holding on to their faith that they'll find their ideal soulmate someday. So this is somebody that has experienced some pretty difficult moments in their love life. They know what it's like to get their heart broken. Maybe you do as well. That could be what brings you together, the commonality of that type of experience. Okay, we also have the Empty Box. I really like this for singles because in a way, it's giving you a fresh new beginning. And it does say a clean slate, moving on from the past drama, heartbreak, challenges, obstacles, baggage. You and your new love can fill your relationship with trust, faith, chemistry, honesty, good communication, and all the love you have to give to one another. Then seal it with a kiss. I really like that, so this is coming through especially for singles that aren't really interested in connecting with someone from your past. You're just moving on. You're ready for something brand new. And this next card is really picking up off of that as well. The Baker, an instant attraction. So easy to overindulge in this sweet love. They can fulfill your tastiest fantasies. This love connection will have your mouth watering, and this is love and romance on a sugar high. So some of you guys might actually make a new love connection, and it's unlike anything that you've ever experienced before, to the point where you feel so euphoric just being around them. It's almost like a dream come true type connection. So if you have yet to find that, just know that perhaps it is a part of your journey, hopefully sooner rather than later. So let's see what else for Taurus singles. Taurus singles. We have the Doctor. Okay, so this says if you've been sick and tired of dealing with a broken heart, this love connection can help you heal. A romance that's good for your body, mind, and soul. A healthy, loving partnership that thrives with open, honest communication, long-term commitment. I really like that. So this could be coming through for those of you who are nursing a broken heart, and you really needed time to focus on that because it takes time to heal. You can't rush that process. But this could be opening up the way for you to find the perfect love connection that will fulfill you, that will make you happy. It's something that you can experience after the heartbreak, right? And somebody that can really make an impact in your life. We're looking at long-term commitment here, so I really like that. All right, so let me set these aside, guys, and see what the tarot messages are to support this. So beautiful energies for singles. You can start over, it's like hitting that reset button and just starting over. You've learned lessons having to do with past relationships that didn't work out, and you're just ready for something new, perhaps. We do have the Seven of Wands. Now, for those of you that relate to this, obviously, again, based off of what we've seen already, you know what it's like to hurt. You know what it's like to be disappointed in somebody. So once it's time for you to get out there and start dating, or maybe that's what you're doing now, you might still have your guard up. You've got your walls up, you know, on the defensive side of things, because you're not sure if you can trust somebody. You're not sure if it's worth your time to get to know someone. So take your time. There's no rush in getting to know somebody. And if somebody is rushing you, that could be a red flag in and of itself. All right, let's see what else. I love this. You've got the sun coming through. You know, after having experienced maybe tower moments in your previous partnerships, it's ready for something better. And the universe is picking up off of this type of experience for the collective, for my singles. You know, you deserve happiness. You deserve a brand new chapter, a clean slate, as we can see right here, right? That empty box can be filled with everything that you want to put in there, rather than somebody trying to force you into believing that it's their way or the highway type thing. Let's see what else. You're going to have a pretty busy social life in August, guys. I like that. You know, maybe there is cause to celebrate something in your life, or somebody that you know could maybe be celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or a job promotion, whatever the case might be. This is an indication that you're not at home just being miserable and waiting for life to pass you by. You're out and about, you know? And also, since I feel you will have a very busy August, during one of those, you know, meetings, parties, get-togethers, you might just make a love connection, you know? Might surprise you the direction that this is going to go for you. All right, let's see what else. What else? We have the Knight of Pentacles right next to the Knight of Cups. So for some of you guys, you might make this really nice love connection with somebody who's not really looking to rush into anything. They will enjoy talking to you, meeting you for the first time, you know, to see what you guys have in common, to see how the conversation flows. I'm feeling for my feminines, you might attract more than one person. And I'm not talking about third-party drama or anything like that. It's just for singles who are looking to connect with somebody, and you might have more than one person interested. You know, so of course it's up to you to be able to decipher who you find yourself most attracted to. Could be an earth sign, could be a water sign, you know. So what I'm seeing here is your romantic life is really going to start escalating and moving in the month of August. And, you know, not to say you're going to get married or engaged or anything or get into anything too serious, but I feel it's planting the seeds for a real connection to happen. You know, it just needs more time to develop. But I feel you might find in August that you will be interested in somebody. Somebody's going to stand out more than any other person that you're talking to or connecting with. All right, so that's what's coming through for singles. I hope that however way the month unfolds for you, that some of these messages manifest for you. All right, guys, so now taking a look at couples. More than likely, again, in separation, you guys might not be talking, but, you know, it could also be picking up off of the energy for couples who are just going through some stuff right now, challenges and obstacles. So let's see, for the month of August for couples, what do we need to know here? All right, for Taurus couples, we have hope. Okay, optimistic, holding on, faith, prayer. This could, of course, be picking up off of your own vibe that you're hoping something will ultimately work out between you and someone that you're focused on. But it could also represent somebody who's a part of your life, or maybe even a past love or a lost love. They could be holding on to the hope that you guys can still find your way back to each other. All right, let's see what else. For Taurus couples. Beautiful. Okay, so we have union coming through. For those of you especially who are apart, it does seem that August might give you guys the opportunity to talk, to reconcile, to work things out. Take this only if it makes sense, obviously. Some of you guys could be bickering and arguing about money matters, fighting over money. Somebody could be overspending. Somebody could be laid off, unemployed. You know, it can represent job loss. And that's creating tension in the relationship. Okay. August could also represent a month of healing for those of you going through things in your relationship. Recovering, self-care, recuperation. It's also a time for you to give back to yourself, to focus on your own healing journey, and the other person needs to do the same. I feel also part of healing for couples is to be able to talk it out, to really address the situation, and to be able to listen to each other. I feel like grabbing one more here. Look at this. All right. We do have the reconciliation card coming through as well. So I really like the way that's presenting itself here, guys, because, you know, needing to spend time apart in order to come together and recognizing what it is that you guys need to fix amongst the two of you to be able to address whatever you guys are going through and work things out. So it does seem that a reunion is possible. You guys can get back together. There seems to be an energy here where a fresh start, a new beginning certainly is possible. All right, so let's clarify this with tarot. What else can we find out for couples? All right, let's grab some tarot. Taurus couples. What do we need to know here? Taurus couples. Okay, we've got the Magician. So I'm getting here, guys, that whatever you're going through in your partnership, it can still have a positive outcome to it. For those of you in separation, we clearly see the reconciliation reference. The Magician is supporting that, I feel. You guys can rekindle the partnership. So if you've been wondering if you guys can work it out, I feel you can. Let's see what else. What else? Some of you guys could also be thinking of Gemini or Virgo. You could have those signs in your chart as well. There's another reunion reference here with the Four of Wands, guys. Okay. I do feel whenever I see this card, it can pick up off of a twin flame connection for certain couples. And I do feel if you guys have been apart and if it's been challenging, life will find a way to bring you guys back together. Maybe you guys are in connection and talking. Maybe you guys have talked about what you need to bring forward in order to make this work. If you have yet to have that conversation, I feel it's inevitable that you guys will find a way to make it. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, so I'm liking the energy. Let's see what else. We've got the Two of Wands coming through. That is followed by the High Priestess. I feel, Divine Feminines, if you and your masculine are going through some stuff right now, whatever it might be, and at the end of the day, there's something in your heart space that's telling you perhaps to just trust the process when it comes to your masculine. You know, I'm ultimately getting that you're two people that still see each other in your future and just really wanting to get past whatever the latest struggle or challenge could be. We do have the masculine showing up as the King of Cups. I'm getting from my feminines who really need clarification on where your masculine stands. This person loves you. They care for you. They're not perfect. You know, nobody's perfect. But I do feel that this is somebody who is capable of being your life partner. This is somebody who is capable of bringing the type of connection and commitment to the relationship that really can withstand the test of time. So I really like how that's presenting itself here. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. I love that as well, because it really does come down to teamwork, guys. the two of you rebuilding the foundation of the connection where it might have been a little bit weak or faulty. This is you guys working on the stability of your partnership. And I really do love the fact that we've got union and reconciliation coming through in this reading, you know, and I'm also liking the healing reference where you guys can ultimately work this out, recover from some of the challenges that you guys have been dealing with. And in time, you know, you can just look back at this and see the lessons that you guys have learned together and have come through this a much stronger couple. All right, so that is what I have. Hopefully there's something here that makes sense for you. If you are interested in your own reading, that information is down below in the description box. All of the decks featured in this video will be linked down below as well. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.